What's up, everyone? Adrian Morrison here, and I want to welcome you to the Profit Power Hour. I'm excited to have you here as always, and we have a really cool training, a very cool training that we're going to go over today. I'm even going to do a demonstration for you and talk to you about some free gifts, and that is gift with a T, not gifts as in like animated images, but gifts that I'm going to be sharing with you and giving to my Profit Power Hour community that gets on the webinar live. So, stay tuned for that. It's going to be exciting. So everybody's piling on the webinar right now, and I'm just kind of getting everything set up. So, as everybody comes in, I'll just do the little welcome spiel that I always give. So first, let's get the webcam on. Which one's going to come on? This one. What's up, everyone? Okay, so I'm over here. I could maybe get this one. Oh, no, my water bottle's there. So let's see. This might be a little bit easier to see yeah, this one's easier to look at. So, all right, we're over here. I've got like this crazy setup right now, and I'm excited to be here because we have an epic training, and yes, as I was saying, we're going to go over the welcome screen. Sorry, ADD kicked in. So on the right-hand side, you can connect with me on social media. Make sure if you're new, you go to Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, Clubhouse, Twitter. We got TikTok as well. I am everywhere, but make sure that you follow me on Instagram. Make sure that you follow me and subscribe on YouTube. I'm about to start dropping 3 videos a week on new products that are going viral right now. So I'm really excited about that. And you'll want to be subscribed with notifications on so you don't miss out on those and you catch that wave. On the left-hand side, we have some cool tools and some really cool tools for Shopify that you can install that essentially are going to help accelerate your store, supercharge your store, help you build a bigger email list, and help you find better Facebook audiences to target, so on and so forth. And on the bottom left, we have my recommended fulfillment apps. If you go to these specific links, it is important that you go to these links. amsecretlink.com/profits, profitph.com/shine, profitph.com/zendrop. These are all vendors that you can plug into your store and will automatically fulfill dropship products for you. So if you're currently, scouring AliExpress for products, you might want to check out Zendrop because they're a great replacement to AliExpress. They most certainly have faster shipping and better customer service, so check them out. All right. Now, if you're new, you all should know that you have access to our portal here. Okay, so everybody should have access to our Access Adrian portal. Make sure that you log into this each and every week and you check out the replays and stuff from the news feed, right? So the replays essentially are edited versions of this right here, of this webinar, where I maybe edit out some of the more personal things or maybe like case studies I don't want to share with the world. And I put them in replays. So you could see the 2022 replays. Last week, we talked about our 2-in-1 Shopify sales strategy, AKA, one of these is the oldest trick in the book that we started going over. So make sure that you watch last week's training because it's going to tell you a lot. It's going to give you a lot of insight onto, what we're going to be talking about tonight. And tonight, our webinar is going to kind of really show you some examples of the idea that I presented to you last week that we know for a fact works, we know for a fact is profitable, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that later. Also, If you are new and you do not have a Shopify store, what are you waiting for? Right now is the best time to go ahead and start your store because Shopify is doing a very limited deal with me for my community. It's at profitph.com/Shopify. So you would have to go to that link right there. That is my partner link with Shopify. And they will give you a 14-day free trial, but your first month of Shopify thereafter is only $1. So, typically it's $29 for the cheapest plan. So 29 bucks a month. Shopify is going to give you your first month for just $1. So if you've been thinking about starting a second store, now is the time to do it. And you will only find it at that link right there. And this is one of the benefits of being a Adrian Morrison student, Profit Power Hour student, Ecom Quick Start student, Ecom Success Academy student, is I work very closely with Shopify, and Shopify gives me special deals for you because they appreciate the fact that A, I teach everybody, and B, people show up, listen, and take action. And so if you want to start a second store or your first store or a third or a fourth or a fifth store, whatever, now is the time to do it, okay? You can sign up for Shopify, get a 14-day free trial, and then your first month is only $1. So you have nothing to lose other than $1, okay? So go start your store at profitph.com/Shopify. That promotion will not be available long term. They have told me that that is a very, very limited promotion and deal that at some point it will expire. So when you go there, you're going to see this page here, and you'll see where it says, just pay $1 for your first month. It's always cool to see my picture on Shopify.com, even though it's been there for years. I still can't it still blows my mind that a 35+ billion-dollar market cap company it literally has on their site, that I'm one of the most recognized Shopify experts in the world. There's a lot of great experts out there, a lot of great mentors out there. I network with a lot of them, but this for me is just so cool. Every time I see it, it's quite surreal. But yeah, so go start your Shopify store. Now, tonight, what are we going to be talking about? We are going to be talking about how to profit with names. All right. We're going to do a quick, short recap of last week, and then I'm going to show you some examples. I'm going to talk to you about a special gift that I'm going to be giving you if you show up to the live webinar next week. I think you're going to be very, very pleased with this. It's going to, it's going to save you a lot of time. All right, so right now, go to our Facebook group. Tell everybody to get their butt on the webinar. Go to facebook.com/groups/profitph and tell everybody to hop in because I am showing you how to profit with one of the oldest tricks in the book. It's names. Everybody loves their name. I shouldn't say everybody loves their name. I know some people that aren't very, very thrilled with their name, but it is one of those things people are very passionate about, and there's a way to profit with them. Let me take a sip of my drink real quick. It's the good stuff. It's bubbly. All right. So go to facebook.com/group/profitph. If you're not currently in our Facebook group, why not? It's free. We got 19,500 beautiful, amazing people in our group. So you can mingle with them, chat with them, ask questions from them, but go in the group, tell everybody to get their butt on the webinar, okay? So very excited, very excited about tonight's webinar. It's going to be fun. It's going to be cool. It's also my uncle's 70th birthday. So tonight's webinar might be a little bit shorter because I'm taking time away. He came all the way to Florida from Mississippi to spend time with my family. And, even when we have family events and whatnot, I still do the Profit Power Hours because I have a commitment to you. I'm a man of my word. And the only thing I'll say is tonight's webinar is going to be a little bit shorter, most likely, just because I would like to go, have a nice old fashioned with my uncle on his 70th birthday after he drove 6 hours to get here and celebrate with him. So, if you want to go ahead and say happy birthday, Lynn, his name is Lynn, Lynn, in the chat box, and I'll show this to him later. I'm sure he'd be thrilled to see all of that. 70 years old, and you'd never know it. Dude looks like he's like 45. But anyways, we're going to get started talking about how to profit with names. And I want to pull something up from last week. We talked about the importance of running your business in a way that creates, consistency, sustainability, and longevity, right? So these are last week's notes. And the oldest trick in the book, I call the 2-in-1 ecom strategy. But the thing is most people either do one or the other. And so last week we talked about this 2-in-1 ecom strategy. Number one is what most people do, and that's right here. I'll highlight it in yellow. Let me just pull this up. All right, number one. Okay, most people, they catch these waves, these trends, right? So they say, okay, this product is trending right now. I'm going to make as much money off of it as I possibly can while it's hot. And that's by singular focus. All right. And then when that product dies out, I'm going to search for the next one and the next one. And when you ride waves, this is what your business looks like. And it's actually pretty scary. You have weeks where you're making money. Okay. You have weeks where you're making money. Maybe 1 to 2 weeks will go by where you're riding this wave, okay? And then within a matter of a couple of days, it all crashes, right? A viral product legit will crash in a couple of days. You'll go from $10,000 a day to like $500 a day or losing money, right? And then in between that, there could be months where before there is another big hit. All right, so this is the issue here is, you don't want a business that constantly is up and down. You see, where you're up for a couple of weeks, then you spend days trying to scrape it to keep it alive, and then 2 months, 3 months go by before you find another viral product. Now, at the end of the day, running a business like this could in fact result in as much as a $1 million per year revenue stream. Okay, so I know people that ride trends like this, and they can generate upwards of $1 million per year because they'll make so much money right here, right, and right here. They'll make a lot of money really fast. But what's scary about that is fulfillment issues. If you get a lot of sales really, 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 really fast, and you're doing all this money in a couple of weeks, and your vendor, runs out of supplies or gets backed up or whatever, you're risking a lot of refunds. Okay, so that's just risky business in general. The other thing is just the mental capability and capacity that you might have, or most likely not have, to run a business where you're making bank every day for 2 weeks and then it crashes, and for then another month or 3 weeks or 2 months you're scrambling and scraping and waiting for the next viral product, or waiting until Black Friday, Cyber Monday. And also, you're not building a business that's sustainable, that could be sold. Like, nobody's going to build a business that does this, okay? Nobody's going to buy it. So we talked about the importance of, running a cruise control product or a set of cruise control products. Now, the cruise control product that we're talking about right now is the name print on demand products that say, Morrison, Jake, Johnson, Vaughn, whatever. All right, so these are evergreen products, meaning that they always have customers. They don't fizzle out. These are products that people want every single day. And these products, unlike the chart up here where you make $1 million and you're really riding a roller coaster, these could be products where you're making $1,000 a day or $500 a day, maybe $1,500 a day, maybe only $200 to $300 a day. Either way, it's smooth. You kind of can predict your sales here with an evergreen product. And sure, at the end of the year, maybe these products don't make you $1 million a year, but maybe these products, let's just say at $30,000 a month times 10, that's three. Maybe these products at best, all right, a product like this at best might make you around, let's just call it, 200K per year. All right, with one or two good evergreen products, maybe 200K per year. Heck, maybe they only will make you around 75K per year. You just don't know. It really depends, right? I can't guarantee anything. I could just tell you that an evergreen product could do upwards of 200 grand a year, or it could do as little as 50, 60, 70,000 bucks a year. But what if you were able to multiply this times 3 or times 4 or times 5 and beyond, right? You'd be able to generate more money. So this is where a lot of people fall off, is they want to ride these big waves here, and a product that can only generate 75 grand a year for them isn't really appetizing. $500 a day isn't exciting. Even one of the programs that I run, called Ecom Quick Start, some of the ads that I run for that program, I say I'm going to show you a $100 per day funnel. And the interesting thing about it is that a lot of people are like, this ad sucks. Nobody wants a $100 a day funnel. I'm not interested in only making $100 a day, right? But if you have a funnel that can make $100 a day, and you could plug 10 products in it that did that, you'd be making $1,000 a day, right? If you plug 20 products in, or maybe some made you 300, some made you 100, some made you $500. You just don't know. But see, people are so caught up in this wave. Now, all the people that are saying that they're not interested in $100 per day don't even make $100 a day. They're caught up in this get rich quick BS, where they're thinking they're going to make $10,000, $20,000 a day every day forever, because they saw some stupid, ad promising, a fake dream in front of a rented Lamborghini and an Airbnb mansion that they don't own. And that's kind of like instant gratification, and those type of promises really have kind of ruined people's mindset. Now, $100 to $1,000 a day, I do believe, is very doable. It's very simple. It's not hard to bring in $1,000 per day if you have your store set up right. And so, this is a good like goal and sustainable business model, if you can get it set up right. So what I'm saying is, yes, take advantage of the waves, but also don't forget the stuff that's not as sexy and exciting, that maybe could, like that one product. We should do, one product to clarify. All right, so one product, might do 75K. Two products in this funnel might have the potential to do 200K, because one does better than the other. I don't know. Like, we're just making up numbers here. I hope you understand that, right? Could be more, could be less, who knows? But the fact is that you could put 1, 2, 3, 4 products in that will just create consistent revenue for you. And so if you do that, then this is what your business is going to look like, right? Your business, these rainbow streams, let me just try to highlight them. These rainbow streams here are those sustainable evergreen products. And then these big spikes right here are the different viral products that you find that you can hit it big with. And if you run both, this looks like a sexy business model. This looks like a business that another company might come in and pay you a decent multiple for that you could cash out of. This also looks like a business that would allow you to sleep at night without anxiety and wake up in the morning excited to see sales instead of having 10 grand in sales last week and then no sales this week because you're only trying to sell viral products. So I wanted to run it back. Like I wanted to run it back to the oldest trick in the book that I know for a fact is a beautiful evergreen product that anybody could put on their website, anybody could put on their Shopify store and generate sales from. And when I first started out, I made a lot of money doing this. I mean, it was nuts. So I scaled it so hard. But now it's more of just something that's there that people are going to buy, especially during like holidays and summer family reunions and whatnot. And so what I originally was doing was creating t-shirts that said team, last name, lifetime member. So I had team Morrison, team Johnson, team whatever, okay? And I would put that graphic on a t-shirt and then I would start making money, okay? And so I would have Johnson, I would have, Morrison, I would have, I'm going so blank on last names. I would have, a Vaughn, I would have an Alexander, all right? I would have a, Stamos, all right. I would just have all the last names, and each of these would create money for me. So maybe you're not selling a Vaughn shirt or Alexander shirt every day, but you're selling a Stamos or Johnson or whatever it might be. So it's a kind of like a volume play. So everybody that hits your store has something to buy. And so what we did last week is I went in and I showed you that you could go and find, like, if you just Google, okay? So if you just Google things and say the 50 most common last names in America, then you'll get a list: Smith, Johnson, Williams, Brown, Jones, Garcia, Miller, Davis. Now, you're going to have a graphic designer create these graphics for you. But the good news is once you have the template of what you want the graphic to look like team, lifetime member, or proud member of X family, proud to be whatever, all you have to do is just change out whatever the last name is on that template. So to show you some examples of this, we went over last week and I showed you some of these t-shirts like the O'Donnell family reunion, property of the O'Connor family, the Gibson family, team so-and-so. There are many copies, but I am the real Jose. All right, the Boone family, lifetime member. Everybody needs a James, right? So there are so many different, if you just go to Google Shopping, there are so many templates. Just choose one. Like, honestly, doesn't really matter what it looks like. People typically buy these as spontaneous purchases, impulse purchases, just because they're there, right? So what I'm going to show you tonight are some of the graphics that made me hundreds of thousands of dollars very, very, very quickly. I mean, so fast that I couldn't even count it, okay? I didn't have time to count the money because I was launching these so quickly when they hit. I was just launching Facebook ads. I wasn't even looking at ROI. The sales were just coming in. Now, is that going to happen today? Nope, it ain't going to happen today. I already crushed that niche, okay? And so did a lot of other people. But it's evergreen, so it could constantly always bring in sales. All those shirts that I created, they're still for sale, right? You could still go buy them and they still generate sales, right? Look at this. They all still generate sales. That is why they are here. So it's just going to be over time and with volume. Now, the second piece to this is not just putting that graphic on a t-shirt, which is what I was doing when it slapped, but also putting it on tote bags, necklaces, rings, bracelets, bathrobes, so on and so forth. So you can scale this product sideways two different ways. So you could scale it by more names, and you could scale it by more products, right? Names on products, because we've evolved so much so since I first started doing this. Does that make sense? Just go ahead and say yes if that makes sense to you. Perfect. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the actual graphics that I used before. Now, this is really, really fun because I'm going way back in the archives here, and that excites me because it's so cool to see what I was doing back in 2014 and 2015 still working today. Now, again, it works in a different way. It works in that it could create consistent sales for you that trickle in, right? And the more names you have available on your website or your Shopify store, the more potential customers you're going to have. You might be advertising, digital pens, right? And people come to your store, but they see that you have a family name section. They're like, oh, I want to see if they have some products with my name on it, or my grandma or grandpa or uncle would love this for his or her birthday, right? So it's not even that you're going to advertise these directly on Facebook, just simply having them on your Shopify store, right, can generate sales as a byproduct of marketing something completely different. Everybody's got a last name, or most everybody has a last name. Some people drop their last name, I think, but most people have a last name, and they're going to be curious to grab some t-shirts or some products with their name on it if it's their vibe. And they might just buy 2, 3, 4, 5 because they're going to buy one for their partner, one for their family member. Maybe they're having a family reunion, so they're going to buy like 10 or 12 or 15, or if it's a big family, hopefully 30 of these shirts for everybody to wear at the family reunion or at Disney World or wherever it may be. Okay, so just pulling some of these up, you're just going to trip out. All right, these are like mega, 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 mega old, but I'm going to pull these up real fast. I'm just going to show you some of like, what worked, and of course you'll obviously need to. Uh, I wouldn't copy these directly, but this is essentially what we were doing back in the day, myself and various others. So, all right, this is kind of what the marketing strategy was here. It was, put a very basic looking graphic on a t-shirt and a hoodie. So, Team Barnett, lifetime member, Team Armstrong, lifetime member. And you can see, obviously, these are older graphics because we don't really advertise these on Facebook anymore. If we did, this would be way different looking, in that it would be a different size and it'd be better quality. But these are the graphics that I was making just ridiculous amounts of money from. It was incredible. Okay. And myself and maybe, 10, 15, 20 other marketers caught on to this. And I mean, really at that point, it was how fast can we churn out more names? How many names can we find? So Google became our friend, and we got a graphic designer off of like Upwork or Fiverr and just said, yo, take this team lifetime member and just put every last name in the world that you can think of and send me files. And so that's what they did. So if we look over here at my files, all right, so this is so funny. Man, this is so funny. So like here is I don't know if you're going to be able to really see. Let me see if you're going to be able to see this. Let's see. I'm trying to pull it up so you could really get an idea. Let's do name. Okay. So this is a list of like all of the all of the names. Look at this. These are all graphics. So what we did is we had a crest that could go on the chest, a graphic that could go on the chest, and then the ad. So every ad looked the exact same. So I wouldn't do it this way now because um, essentially what we're doing is we're not trying to market directly to people on Facebook that have the last name Frazier, right? Or Fortin or Estan, right? We're not trying to market directly to people who have the last name Covington. All right. What we're trying to do is we're trying to market just to everyone on Facebook and say, hey, look, um, if you come on our website, you can find your name and you can find your family name on various different products. So it's more of now someone's clicking a more generic ad that says find your name, right? And then trying to find it on a product that they like. So we have a lot of different names here. So essentially, here's what it looks like. Okay. So one of the main apps that we use is T-Launch. All right. So let me just pull up and T-Launch real quick. Let's jump over to Shopify, and I'm going to show you why this is so cool now. Okay. So T-Launch is an American US print on demand company that will print anywhere in the world. They've got sweaters and so much more than I had back when I was really scaling this out. But the different types of apparel that they have, it's just mind blowing, right? They've got drinkware. So, think about having last names on drinkware, like, Team Morrison lifetime member on a insulated tumbler. That would be hot, right? There's a lot of people that love tumblers. So, I'm gonna switch cameras because light sucks when I lean back. Okay, so ceramic mugs, like it's going to work on mugs, it's going to work on water bottles, home goods. Imagine having team whatever lifetime member or proud whatever on bamboo coasters or bath mats, towels, right? Yard signs. So that would be cool actually. That's pretty new. Yard signs, coasters, area rugs, outdoor what is it, welcome mats, like the outdoor welcome mats. Come on. Like I told y'all this last week, my wife, she goes in and buys like these welcome mats, a couple of times a year and refreshes them. So if you get a customer that's buying a welcome mat, maybe in 6 months or so, or maybe once a year, they come through and they buy another one from you. So you get to build a repeat customer. Um, we've got kitchenware. I don't think it'd be too much there. Lifestyle, probably not going to hit hard with any of these. Office supplies, pet supplies. Now you could do this. A pet bandana could hit. It could hit. Team whatever. People love their pets. Your pet is your family. Okay. Um, I put this over here. So there's a lot of options here. And if we come back out and we go over to another vendor, which I love, which is Pillow Profits, another automated dropship vendor, then if we hit add products, look at all the options we have in here. Heart pillows, jackets. Right before I started this webinar, I was looking at some of these and I was like, okay, this would be a banger most likely. Like it might be worth running, it might be worth running a Facebook ad to. Bathrobes, right? So bathrobes are, a really cool product. Pillow Profits does have bathrobes right here, right here. So both men and women's bathrobes, and you can have a design put on the back. So imagine the back of a bathrobe saying like team whatever lifetime member. It's pretty cool. Yeah, would you agree? Yes. As a matter of fact, let me just quickly do like a little like maybe an example of what this could look like. So bathrobes, let me see, that must be 8200 by 67. Art template. So let me just try this real quick. So I might not have the perfect setup on my guest user account for this, but let's just see. Let's see what I can do. Okay. So Pillow Profits and all these other companies typically will give you a kind of like a template that you could go by. So if you get that template, you can kind of put on it, put products on it and know, hey, look, this is probably going to look good. It's going to fit right here, fit right there on the chest or the back or even the arm or whatever. So if I just look, that's going to be your belt. I'm not quite sure. Oh, you can't see I had full screen. So like this is a template that they give us. So the bathrobes are not going to be the easiest ones to do. Like even for me, I have a team of virtual assistants do all of this for me. I don't do this crap anymore. Like I ain't even trying to get up in Photoshop and do it, but I can kind of remember how it's done. I mean, it's simple. It's just time consuming. So, for example, let's say that I want to take this logo here. All right. Team Armstrong lifetime member. And I want to toss it on this bathrobe. I'm trying to figure out how I would know where the back was. It's going to be the front right there. So I maybe should have chose a different one to show you. Oh, regards to the bathrobe, but let's just see. Hold up. Pop it. I think it'll probably be up here on the shoulder. Should be able to do this. Boom. Okay. So the graphic must be, you'll see here where it says it must be 8200 by 6700. Like, again, I honestly, like, I wouldn't even try to do this. I would just go to Fiverr and say, hey, I need you to make these graphics, put them on this template and be 82 by 6700. Boom, boom, boom. Then it's done for you. You can drag and drop it. Like you shouldn't waste your time doing graphic design. Graphic design is a non-revenue producing activity. And I highly recommend that you just pay somebody a little bit of money to do it. You can find a lot of phenomenal graphic design artists on Fiverr, and they might charge you like 30 bucks to do like all of the last names, or like $50 to do all of the last names or whatever. So I wouldn't necessarily say that you've got to, go in and do this yourself, but I'm just real quick. I'm going to see what happens. Like this is fun because I'm live now. I can't, I can't edit this and go back. I'm just going to see if either A, I look like an idiot, or B, I look like a genius. So let's see, because I legit have not done this in a minute, but I'm determined to show you all an example. So I'm just going to save this real quick, and it's saying to save it as a JPEG. So let me just pull this up and save it as a JPEG. All right, there we go. I'm working on my other screen, so I have multiple screens. So let's do this. Let's hit save. All right, so this is Armstrong robe. Okay. Please work, please work, please work. What's weird is I don't know how to do the back. Like that's what's weird about it. But let's see if it works. All right, 8200 by 67. I'll just move to a different product. I can get my team to do this, but I just real quick, I want to see image canvas size 8200 by 67. 8200 by 67. So you should work. Now I'm just kind of bothered. So I'm like wanting to come over here and figure out how it's done, but I'm not going to let it get the best of me. All right, I'm just going to do one more little attempt because bathrobes could be so cool, like so cool. 82 by 67, or was it 82 by 67? Let's see what happens if I just kind of pop it down. Um, 6. Okay, proceed. Image, canvas size. Okay, boom. All right, I'm gonna try to say it one last time. When I open up Photoshop is when it's like I could spend a long time in here. So I'll do a easier example after this, but I'd like to see if I can get it to work while we're on the webinar, even if I have to stay here a little bit longer, you know, it's a little bit longer-ish. Final, let's just do this. Da, 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 da. All right, last time I'm gonna try. Otherwise, I'm just gonna next week have like one of my designers have it done, so I could show you just for the sake of showing you. All right, it's still giving me an error. So again, let's take, I probably wasted 5, 6, 7 minutes doing that. Let's take this as a learning point where you should not really be doing this, okay? Pay somebody else to do it. It's cheap. You can get someone else to get it done. If you're like, if you have access to my Emerald automation team, which some of you have access to our Emerald program where my automation team is doing this for you, like they'll just do it. You just put the task in Asana, boom, 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 and it's done. Otherwise, you might look like me and end up looking stupid on a live event and unable to edit it and go back and change anything and erase it to where I still look genius. Okay, but all of these different products you could put this on. So let's jump over to T-Launch and I'll just show you a T-Launch real quick because I know that I have some file sizes ready for T-Launch, all right? So let's say that you wanted to launch this on a t-shirt, right? So we go to apparel, let's do an American t-shirt here. All right, here's the t-shirt. All right, now we have all the options of all the different colors that we can sell this in. And essentially all we have to do is hit select image and grab one of these pieces of artwork. So let me just grab this piece of artwork real fast. All right, and boom. All right, so we're able to drag it, drop it, and we have a t-shirt that says Team Armstrong. Now, of course, we can come over here and we could change the color of this to navy. We could change it to red. You know, we could do a gold t-shirt. We have all of the different colors, which is really is important when you're marketing t-shirts. A lot of people like they'll only wear black. Like 9 times out of 10 when you see me, what color shirt am I wearing? Black, right? So as much as I like a shirt, if it's not black, then I'm probably not gonna buy it unless it's green, because green is my favorite color. So your boy might hit some army green or some forest green. Like I'll probably take those all day. So once you have the image and it's the correct size for the garment, right? At this point, it's drag, drop, next, create, drag, drop, next, create, drag, drop, next, create. And this is how you scale really quickly. So you would end up building a collection of t-shirts and a collection of whatever. So we would come over here and we would just say Team Armstrong. We would just say cotton shirt, okay? And then down here, let's just say we want to add the mock-ups of all the colors that we got. It's very easy when you have the image that's already fits on the garment, right? Where you kind of get screwed is when you're trying to figure out how to do the image sizing yourself. All right, so now the product is created, okay? and it's published on our store. And we can create another one if we want to. Or we could put this on a different product. So let's just go check it out on the store real quick. I want to make sure Sea Lunch just upgraded their app. So they have like a whole different, process of getting going through and creating everything. So it's really nice what T Launch has done. Okay, cool. So publishing, cool. So let's send it to the store. Boom. It is now sending the product to the store, as you can see. And in a moment, we will be live. Now, here's the thing about this is when you're dealing with a lot of names, like, 50 different names, if you want to do like the top 50 names in the US, this is like going to take time, right? When you're building a business that is sustainable and has consistency, you're actually going to put more work into launching that than you are the viral stuff that hits really big for a couple of days or a week or two and then dies off. Does that make sense? And the consistency, longevity, and sustainability, in my opinion, that's worth the extra work. But you can either work hard or you can work smart. And so again, this is why I have a team of VAs. I have my own ecom power team, and I'm like, yo, go get the top 50 names that we have here. Like they're not doing the graphic design, right? I go get a graphic designer to do it. Then I give all of those graphics, like this list of graphics here. Okay, this list of graphics that I'm showing you right now. I'm like, yo, take all of these names right here, all of these products, and put it on t-shirts. Make me a whole collection of family name t-shirts out of these top 50 names. I actually have like 100, 200 names. All right, they get that done. Probably in like 3 to 4 days, they get that done, maybe sooner. Then I'm like, okay, now let's go and let's take this and let's put it on drinkware. So take all of those names and put them on tumblers. But you see, when you do a tumbler, it's going to be a different graphic size. You see, it says it needs to be 150 by 750. You shouldn't have to worry about this. You shouldn't even know about it, to be honest, because why on earth are you trying to open up Photoshop or a design program to spend 30, 45 minutes to an hour if you're a noob figuring out how to resize and make it fit perfect, when you very well could just pay somebody a little bit of money to do it. You could put somebody on staff for like, you can probably get a VA from the Philippines for about, I don't know, $300 a month or so. Well, actually, honestly, probably more than that because prices have gone up. And if you want it to be good, you probably pay them a little bit more. They might take a little bit less for like a consistent job, but you give them like a monthly retainer just to do this for you, right? And then you don't have to worry about it, and you'll make more money most likely because of it. But just for the sake of me wasting more time in Photoshop, this is 1050 by 750x. So let's open up Photoshop over here and let's see if I can make this work or if I'm going to look like a doofus again. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like I'm not going to look stupid and I'm going to make this work. So let's see. Let's just see what I can do because I want you to kind of get an idea of how it would vibe. So the idea is you have this on you have a collection of Armstrong stuff, a collection of whatever, and someone can come to your store and just search their name, but when they search their name, they see that they might want to get tumblers, t-shirts, pillows, bathrobes, tote bags, jewelry, whatever it is, right? So The design dimensions 150 by 750. So let's see if I can actually do this. Let's see, 150 by 750. All right, so my skills in Photoshop used to be a lot better, but I started hiring out and I kind of lost a little bit of those skills. So 150, so we'll just do our dimensions here. Where they go? There we go. All right, so 1050 by 750. Proceed. All right, so you'll see this resized. Now, of course, I'm gonna have to come in here, I'm gonna have to get it and make it fit. So let me just resize this. Sometimes when I do this, I feel like y'all hate it, but then that a lot of you comment and say that you love kind of watching me go through and do this. And you know, it is, I think it is important that you see that it's not always perfection. Like I don't always, even myself, do everything perfect. I do run into little snags where I'm like, oh, how do I get this to fit? Or oh, how do I get this to work? You know, like that happens. But I have enough skill, either A, to figure it out, or B, I just pay somebody to do it, you know? And when I pay somebody to do it, um, that's always better. It's always better to pay somebody. All right, so now that we have it resized, it needs to be I'm assuming a PNG or a JPEG. So I don't see what it's saying. So some of them will want it to be a PNG, some of them will want it to be a JPEG. That's just a file. I really should just have my team on here doing this. It would be so much easier if I just brought my team to do this live. That would actually be a good idea. How many of you in here would like to see one of my team members from my Econ Power team come on here and just like, you know, do this? Just let me know in the comments if you would like to see that, and I'm happy to share that with you at some point. So, okay, so let's do Team Armstrong drink. Save. Okay. So let's select an image here. Let's upload this image. Who knows if this is going to work or not? Oh, it did. Ha, I'm a genius. Ha ha. All right, so look, we can come in here and we can select all the colors that we want. And so you see how up here at the top it says Team Armstrong. So what's going to happen is when we produce this, we can, you know, we can produce it in every color that we want. And we could come over here and hit next. And it'll already mark these up, right? So we have these marked up to the appropriate price. And we're just going to do Team Armstrong, and we're going to call these tumblers. And this would be the second part of creating our collection, right? So let's just do a couple of mock-ups under different colors. The more mock-ups we do, the longer it's going to take. So I'll just do a couple. All right. Now it has published this product. So now I come up here to my my products, and I'm going to go ahead and send this to the store. Sorry, there's a little bug flying around. And so let's do this. Let's send this to the store. Boom. All right, so now it's going to publish our tumbler. So we're starting to build a collection here, right? We're building the shirts, the hoodies, the tumblers, the coffee mugs, and we'll have on our website a family name collection, and people can come in and just select their name, and boom, it's going to bring up all of the different products that we have under that name. And no, is this going to make you like a gazillion dollars in a week? No, it's not. But is this something that could be making you a couple $100s a day consistently if you're driving traffic to your store? Yeah, of course. I 100% think that if you have all the names on your store and you've got maybe the top 5 products on the top 50 names, you got a lot of products in your store at that point. You're doing drop shipping. You don't have any risk involved here, okay? You get a virtual assistant to do all this for you. If you're in my Emerald program and you have access to my automation team, you get my automation team to do it for you. That's what they're there for. That's what, the purpose of that particular program is. And then you end up with a epic store that has all the names on it with all the top products on it. Now when you're advertising that viral product, okay, so while that's getting added to the store, let's go over this. While you're advertising this viral product up here, whatever the flavor of the week is or month is or quarter is, a lot of this traffic that's buying, okay, they're not just going to buy that product. This traffic is also going to come in and they're going to see these products as well. They're like, oh, I'm getting this whatever, but I'll probably cop a t-shirt as well with my name on it, or a mug or a tumbler or whatever it may be. So these sales right here can come as a byproduct of advertising things completely different. And the reason that these sales could be generated as a byproduct is because everybody's got a last name. Everybody, or most everybody, is passionate about their family name. And this is an easy gift that you can buy for family members, for family reunions. And so just them knowing that this is there creates more opportunity for you for sales that are cross sales, upsells, sales of byproduct, as a viral product that you're selling. Dude, if you got this on your store, just email blast every month, do a family sale, all right, do a heritage sale or whatever it is, and give 20% off of all family name products. And everybody's going to open up, oh, I wonder if they have my name, or oh, it's so-and-so's birthday this week, or oh, it's so-and-so, whatever. And they'll come through and they'll buy stuff, even if it's ugly. Like, did you see how ugly mine was? And I made a ridiculous amount of money really fast selling these ugly designs. Now you can improve upon my designs, which is totally fine. It might be even recommended, but keep it simple, right? Keep it simple if you want to generate sales and you want to do it, quickly. When you keep it simple, you get more done. When you try to get complex and make all these beautiful, insane graphics, and you're worried about the shade of green that it is, or where that one little spot on the shirt you feel like and that graphic could look better, what happens is you waste time. Like, nobody cares. Legit, nobody cares. All right, just make it and get it done and scale. So if we look at these, here's our Team Armstrong tumbler. Here's our Team Armstrong shirt. And so people come here and say, are you an Armstrong? Then join the lifetime membership club and buy your Team Armstrong shirt now. And you can have an upsell, a cross sell to get the Team Armstrong lifetime member mug. Now, I didn't even think this was gonna work. I was like, yo, I'm gonna screw this up. It's really simple though. Most of the time, it's just gotta make sure the graphic is the right dimensions, and then it'll fit on the product. Because a t-shirt is obviously bigger than a bottle, right? So that's why when you're putting the graphic on a different product, it's got to be a different size. But again, just hire somebody to do it, okay? Just get somebody to do it, pay them to get it done, and invest in your business, right? Don't waste time doing non-revenue producing activities. You will go freaking crazy in the last name niche if you try to do it yourself, right? If you do it yourself, you're going to go crazy. You're going to lose your mind. Just hire somebody to do it, give them a couple $100 and be done, right? And have a whole section on your Shopify store called Family Heritage or Family Names or whatever, and boom, they click it, they choose their name, bam, all the products that you have their last name on populate, and you start getting sales with high average order values because people go berserk and they want their name on everything. They want a blanket, a pillow, or whatever, right? They're like, my cousin would love the Team Armstrong whatever. My mom would love it on a pillow to put in the center of the couch. My dad would love it on a bathrobe because he wears his bathrobe everywhere, right? So people will start buying different products. So the key here is to scale with last names, like more names equal more money, more products equals more money. Now, I didn't get to go as far as I wanted to go, but I want to talk to you for a second just about the gifts that I have up and coming. So, number one is I am going to get my team to get the top 10 last names, just 10, okay? And I'm going to share the graphics with y'all completely free on one of my live webinars, either next week or the next, okay? So right here where it says Team Armstrong, I can get you the top 10 names, all right, that literally say Team Armstrong, lifetime member, team whatever, lifetime member. So you can just get started, okay? I want you to get started, for goodness sake, all right? Don't watch another webinar and not do anything. So how do I make sure that you do that? Well, I just do it for you, right? Sometimes that's what I have to do. I have to do it for you. And that gets you started. Oh, it actually works. Like he's not just like BSing. It's like real, you know? So I'm going to give you the top 10 names completely free. Okay. Am I going to sell you something? No, I'm not. I'm just going to tell you, go do the rest of them yourself. All right. Work on your business, invest in your business, and you'll probably prosper. Right. It's awesome. It's cool. Right. So that's number one. All right. So it's either going to be next week or the next. I'm going to do 10 first names or last names for you. I'm going to give you the graphics. Now, the graphic isn't going to fit on every product. I'm going to do it to where it fits on t-shirts, all right, in T-Launch. And you can have it modified to go different sizes and fit on other additional products yourself, right? Or you can hire somebody to do that. The second thing is, I'm working with my buddy Ezra. He's a genius, probably one of the coolest dudes in the e-com space that I've had the pleasure of meeting and becoming good friends with. He owns a really cool company that I've recommended. I'm going to recommend them again with the special link because you're going to need the special link to claim the gift that I'm going to create for you. But I'm actually going to create a custom sales page for you for the $5 flash sale products. And I'm going to have his team do it. And they're going to actually give it to me to give to you for free. But you're going to need their software in order to use it. Okay. And so they have a software that can customize pages. It's really cool. They're going to build a custom one just for you, for my community, right? I have the text message from him earlier. I think it was yesterday. He's like, yo, send me the product you want us to build that page out of. So it's got to be done through my link. I'm going to give you my special link. You don't need to go get it right now. You don't need to buy anything right now. But if it works and y'all like it and you see success with it, then I might be able to make an agreement with them to make us a page a month that I can give to you for free, which would be really cool, or a page every 2 months or whatever I can negotiate. And so just stay tuned. I'm not going to talk about what software it is right now. Most of you probably don't have it, and you need to wait and you need to get it through my link because my link is what's going to make it all come together and work and give you access to it. So just wait, hold up, don't conspire, don't plot, don't ask people in the group. It's it's just legit. Just wait, okay? And then next week, I'm going to be able to give you the top 10 names completely free because I'm just awesome like that, okay? I want you to get started. I want you to succeed. I want you to build your business, and I want to help you accelerate it. So no matter which part of my program it is, if it's the $37 course to my highest level Emerald program, I'm always here for you. I went an hour. I was trying to go 30 minutes because I really do want to go hang out with my uncle. So I'm going to go ahead and dip out. I'm going to give away money, probably be a little bit later because I'm just going to jet and I want to go hang out with my uncle, celebrate his 70th birthday. I'm a little mad at myself, but I get excited about when I talk about this stuff. Like I just love it. So I'm going to dip. I'm going to go. I'm going to go celebrate his birthday or continue that celebration. Have a good old fashioned with him. Celebrate 7-0. Next week, we'll be releasing the 10 free graphics that you can use to kind of get you started with this at no cost. And then we'll talk about the future gifts. All right. So I love you all. I wish you a ton of success. Get on the Profit Power Hour live. That's the only way to get all this cool stuff and free gifts and links and all that stuff every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. EST. And your boy AM is going to be here ready with 50 cameras trying to figure out which angle hits just right to teach you how to crush it with e-commerce. All right. I wish you a ton of success this week. Stay healthy, and I will see you next Tuesday on our next Profit Power Hour. Good night, y'all.